7 habits that make you highly effective. Stoic philosophy. Do you ever feel like you're doing a lot, but achieving very little? You cross things off your list, meet deadlines, reply to messages, but deep inside, you're restless. You're wondering, am I actually becoming the person I'm meant to be? Busyness is not the same as effectiveness. The Stoics knew this over 2,000 years ago. They believed that a truly successful life isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most, with clarity, virtue, and calm. Today, we're exploring 7 habits drawn from ancient Stoic wisdom. Habits that will change your life if you live them. They're not hacks or trends. They're timeless, principles simple, but not easy, and if you practice them consistently, they will make you calm, focused, unshakable, and truly effective. Let's begin. Habit 1. Master the first hour. The Stoics began each day with intention. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. The first hour of your day is sacred. It sets the tone for everything that follows. Instead of diving into chaos, notifications, noise, and distractions, build a ritual that centers your mind. Meditation, journaling, a quiet walk, reading a few lines of philosophy. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be today? When you anchor your morning in stillness, you become less reactive. You move through the day with purpose instead of panic. You act like a philosopher, grounded and focused. Highly effective people protect their first hour, not because it's trendy, but because it transforms everything. Habit 2. Define your virtues. Not just your goals. Modern success tells us to chase numbers, money, titles, status. But the Stoics asked a deeper question. Who am I becoming? Effectiveness isn't just about what you do. It's about the kind of person you are while doing it. So, define your virtues. Do you value courage? Then face discomfort, head on. Do you value wisdom? Then seek truth, not just convenience. Do you value justice? Then treat others fairly even when no one's watching. When you build your habits on virtue, you don't just reach goals, you build character. And that's what truly endures. Habit 3. Control the controllable. Son of the core Stoic teachings is this. Some things are in your control. Some things are not. Epictetus said, some things are up to us, and some are not. Highly effective. People do not waste energy on things outside their control. They don't spiral in outrage. They don't argue with reality. They focus on their choices, how they think, how they speak, how they act. When you're frustrated, pause and ask, is this within my control? If yes, act. If no, let it go. That single habit will bring more peace than 1,000 productivity tips ever could. Habit 4. Practice negative visualization. This may sound strange, but the Stoics practiced imagining loss, difficulty, even death, not because they were pessimistic, but because they wanted to be prepared, not panicked. Seneca said, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." Try this. Before your day begins, ask yourself, what could go wrong today? What if someone cancels? What if I'm criticized? What if I lose something important? By mentally rehearsing adversity, you become less fragile. Effective people don't hope that life will be easy. They train for when it's not. And that training makes them resilient. Habit 5. Speak less, listen more. Talk is easy. Wisdom is found in silence. Epictetus reminded his students, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Highly effective people don't need to dominate conversations. They don't interrupt to sound smart. They listen deeply. Try this today. In every interaction, pause before replying. Listen not to respond, but to understand. In meetings, in conflict. At home, silence is often your greatest strength. Habit 6. Make peace with discomfort. Comfort is seductive, but growth lives just beyond it. The Stoics trained themselves to be comfortable with discomfort. They walked in the cold. They slept on hard beds. They ate simple food, not to suffer, but to strengthen their will. Seneca wrote, set aside a few days where you eat the plainest meals, wear the simplest clothes, and ask yourself, is this what I feared? Effective people lean into discomfort. They do what others avoid. They choose the harder path not because it's easy, but because it's right. Instead of avoiding discomfort, welcome it, because the person you want to become is waiting. On the other side, habit 7, reflect, review, reset. Most people don't learn from experience. They repeat the same mistakes because they never stop to reflect. But the Stoics lived differently. Each night, they reviewed their day. What did I do well? Where did I fall short? What can I do better tomorrow? Marcus Aurelius journaled every day. He wrote not for the world, but for himself, to sharpen his mind, to align his actions, to prepare for tomorrow. Highly effective people treat every day as a lesson. They don't just experience life, they learn from it. So before your day ends, ask, did I live by my principles today? Where did fear or ego get the better of me? How will I course correct tomorrow? Reflection turns experience into wisdom. Closing reflections, these 7 habits are not about being busy. They're about being intentional. They're not about chasing more. They're about choosing better. The Stoics didn't promise an easy life. They promised a meaningful one. And if you build these habits into your daily life, you'll become someone calm, focused, and truly effective in a chaotic world. Let's recap. Master the first hour, define your virtues, control the controllables, practice negative visualization, speak less, listen more, make peace with discomfort. Reflect, review, and reset. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. Let others chase noise. You live by principle, and that will change your life.